Welcome to the Financial Pro podcast. And in this episode, I'm going to talk to you about the 3-step system to generating more leads, more clients, and more sales. Because I believe that you need to take control of your marketing. I also believe that you cannot outsource your marketing completely. You need to be able to take some control of it yourself. And the reason why I say that is I didn't have control from 2006 until 2015. And I lost control of my business. I wasted so much money on marketing agencies and also on paying for poor quality leads. You know, there's a belief in the financial services industry, particularly in mortgages, that you must buy leads, work with estate agents, and that you can't do it yourself. Well, I'm on a mission to change that because I think that you can generate your own inquiries. I think that you can build a business and a brand that actually is going to give you more results and more profit in your bank by actually understanding the basic principles of marketing, which is why I have this 3-step system for you. It's called CAS, Customer, Attention, and Sales. And it's the premise of my next book, which is all about get more leads. How financial services people can generate more leads, create more customers, get more attention, and create more sales. But the big thing is, social media has completely changed the lead generation game. Social media has, in actual fact, brought about social selling, which is about building relationships for the long term. You imagine going to your networking event every single week. You don't get leads on week 1, week 2. Maybe it takes you 2 or 3 months. Social selling is about exactly the same. You bring value, you educate your consumer, you make sure that you play the long game, and you take them from social media and you bring them closer to you in your world so that over time, you actually have a database of people that you can continue to keep marketing to. Because whilst your leads, clients, and customers are sitting on social media, they are not yours. Worst case scenario, any of your social media channels could be shut down straight away. Your Facebook group could be closed, not by you, but by somebody reporting your group. And this is where you need to take ultimate control. So when looking at customer, you need to have a clear definition of who your customer is. Now I know what you're going to say. I'm going to tell you to niche. You know, focusing on all mortgage areas, for example, there's buy to let, there's serviced accommodation, there's first time buyers, home movers, there's self-employed, there's employed, there's multiple different income streams, there's commission bonuses, overtimes, there's police forces, there's 100, if not thousands of different job titles. And when you talk to everybody, you talk to nobody. And the difference is when you start niching and when you understand your client demographic of who you absolutely love to do business with, you can then start to create a message that resonates with them. You understand them better than they understand themselves. And your marketing enables you to attract those customers to you. It's the whole basis of knowing who your ideal customer is. Now, that ideal customer could change. You could have different demographics that you follow for different periods of time. But the premise is making sure that you have consistency within your marketing message. And once you've identified who your exact customer is, you can then focus on gaining their attention. And there's so many different ways in which you can gain their attention. But what you need to understand is there's 3 different types of not content or content that you can produce that's going to resonate with them. People like to watch stuff. People like to read stuff, or people like to listen. I love listening to podcasts because I can do it on the fly. Watching a video takes time. And it means that in actually taking time to sit down, you can't do anything else, which causes you issues, or it causes me time delays. I'm a massive fan of leveraging time. And that's why I'm also a big fan of, you know, helping you to create more leads, more sales, and ultimately more profit by taking control of your marketing. So in the attention phase, I love video because from video, you can create audio and written. Whereas if you only write, you're only attracting 1/3 of your potential client bank, but also, or potential lead pool, not client bank. You're only potentially attracting 1/3 of the people who could potentially come to you. So by understanding how to gain attention, by producing video, you can repurpose it into other pieces of content. You can then put multiple different content out on multiple different channels. And this is where someone could help you from a marketing agency point of view, or you could recruit somebody to help you ascertain who your ideal customer is. Your attention should always originate from you, because as a brand, as a business, as an entrepreneur, as a self-employed person, as a business owner, as a mortgage or financial services professional, your job is to create be the originator of the content, because no one's going to have the passion or drive for your content like you can. I'm sitting here today recording this for you, and after this it is going to be taken by my team and repurposed into other methods and other channels so that we hit all different areas. Now they are part of my team, whereas you could outsource this to having people per hour, or Upwork, or a freelancer, or a virtual assistant who could do that for you. But that will be more costly than having a member of your team do it. I've had an apprentice since 2017 who is now my full-time social media manager, as we have generated more profit from understanding our own social media and our own marketing efforts. I've reinvested that back into the business, and I've now got a full-time content writer and strategist who deals with the emails and all written content. I've got my best mate who's my designer, who does everything visually for my brands and for the creative side. I've got a SEO person. I've got a Google ads and Facebook ads and YouTube ads person, which is our latest member to the team. Now they are freelance, but as this starts to grow out, then my view is to bring that in-house. And I actually think that if you want to build a business bigger than 4 people, which is the minimum that everybody should have, then you need to have an internal marketing team that covers all bases, because it's the only way that you can be truly cost effective. But I also believe that one of your 4 people should be some kind of social media or marketing manager. But that's an episode for another day. So gaining people's attention is about clearly understanding your customer and then putting a message out there to mostly go that's going to resonate with them in a big, big way, so that you become the logical choice over time. Because particularly in the financial services industry, it's playing the long game. It's planting the seed and waiting for the tree to grow. You're waiting for your ideal client to be ready to buy and to be ready to come to you. You're not sitting there, or they're not sitting there waiting for you 24/7, 365. They're only ready to buy their products or buy your product or your service when the time is right. So you have to be omnipresent. You have to be consistent. You have to be dedicated to putting a marketing message that is going to attract them, so that social selling is about becoming the logical choice. You're the first name that rings in their mind when they get the letter from their current mortgage lender or their pension provider that says, oh, you need to review this. And sales has changed. The final piece of the puzzle, customer attention and sales. Sales is not just about getting them on the phone. That's what I did for 10 years, from 2006 to 2015. It was all about getting people to book a lead and book a phone call. That was what I classify now as a strategy call or a discovery call. And you pay 50 to 60, even £250 for a decent booked one of those. But the quality is poor. I classify sales and leads now as taking people from social media and putting them into your world, into your database. And you do that through utilizing ebooks, quizzes, gifts, and giving them an option to be able to sign up, exchanging a name, a phone number, an email, maybe even a couple of other things in terms of mortgage amount or property value or job title, whatever it might well be. But you're giving them value in exchange for their email address. And then you have a sequence of emails that embeds the relationship, gives them more value, enables you to show them other methods of communication, shows them testimonials, shows them case studies, shows them stories, deepens the relationship with them. And you then build the relationship thereafter. If they don't look to book a call or reply to one of those emails during those 5 or 6 sequences, then you just continue to weekly email them, embedding the relationship, giving them value, talking about other products and services, staying in the mind's eye. then you are attacking your leads from a social media perspective, but also a closer relationship through your email database. Now, this is the way in which I believe marketing has changed. And there's next levels that you can go to this stuff, which we're using, such as webinars, for example. And there's ways in which you can structure the sales part of it to get the best results. There's ways in which you can utilize Facebook ads in order to be able to get more downloads and also to attract even deeper your ideal customer. You can retarget videos, pages, websites, and you can get more results. But in order to maximize the profitability of your marketing efforts and the customer attention and sales, you need to understand the basic principles of how to do it. Because if you don't, and you just give it out to an agency, then the sad thing is, how do you know whether they're doing well? I probably wasted 50 to 60,000 pounds over a 10-year period on marketing agency who promised the earth and didn't deliver. So what did I do when I got back to mortgages in 2016? I got educated. I've now spent over 135,000 on my own business, personal and marketing development to know what works. I do the testing, and now I teach my mentees how to do it too, so that they don't have to go through the pain. There's enough business out there. You and I could do the same video, the same piece of content with the same title and the same outcome, but we sound different, we look different, we appeal to different people. You may speak slower than me. You may write in a more eloquent way, not with an Essex twang. But it's just about making sure that you are talking to your ideal demographic. You are gaining their attention. You are being consistent. You are being dedicated and committed so that you become the logical choice over time. And then you remove them from Facebook into an area in which you own them. The bigger your email database is over time, the more leads, the more sales, the more profit you will make. The more profit you make, the more time you get back. As a business owner, entrepreneur, and marketer, the last thing you should get rid of is your marketing and your sales. You need to focus on generating more inquiries. And that's why my next book is all about get more leads, helping financial services to do that. And I'm going to be writing a course as well. So if you would love to learn more about this stuff or have any questions, then feel free to comment in and ask me. Let me know what you think. Send me DMs, send me messages. How is your marketing working for you at the present time? I love helping and inspiring the industry. And that's one of the reasons why I put together, as an example of this, I have a lead magnet for financial services professionals, which you can understand how it works. And it's a completely free gift. It's called the 30-30 lead formula, how you can generate 30 leads in 30 days. And if you want to gain a copy of that completely free, you just need to go to bit.ly/3030 formula. We'll put a link in the show notes below for you so that you can click through and you can gain access to that. But that will give you an example of what I'm talking about. This is marketing. This is how it works. And I teach this now, having utilized it and getting leads onto my database for under £3. In some instances, on one particular audience, which is super focused, we're getting them for under 50p. Now, just look at the rule of averages and the law of numbers. If you're paying £50 for a lead and we're getting them for under 50p, over time, we're going to naturally do more sales as a result. And you can do that too in your financial services business. So I hope this has inspired you. I hope this has given you something to think about. As always, I would love to get your feedback on this Financial Pro podcast episode. All you need to do is just come and connect with me on any of the social media channels. I love producing content for you, so feel free to tag me in on your favorite episode or reach out with content you would like me to produce to help you create more leads, more sales, and more profit and more time. Because I am working to help you have a fun and profitable lifestyle business. And I believe that starts with marketing. That starts with the 3-step system of understanding your customer, gaining their attention, and doubling your sales. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for listening. And remember, now's the time to become pro.